but you have to pay for the appointment.
Yeah, fuck you.
Ain't gonna happen.
Let's say 6 Spanish people sitting around a table.
Might get into trouble, but this is just like women speak. Even Norwegian women.
Yeah, we need a little bit of controversy as well.
Yes.
In Norway,
You know,
you will get a fight immediately.
Absolutely, absolutely. So in those cases, it doesn't hinder anyone. It doesn't cause any problems.
No.
So why create a problem? And she was like, yeah, but life is too short. Why stress about it? You know?
So today we are going to do a video about Spanish stereotypes. We have our phone here. It's just going to be a little bit of a dicey one.
Oh, dangerous.
First stereotype is Spaniards love to complain. And this is something that I actually read online. And I've done a video previously where I was speaking about this topic. And I didn't really realize that this was an issue before. And I read it online and I thought like, okay, I have to include it. And I got so many comments about this. This was something that I haven't really realized. Almost every Spaniard commenting, they said like, yeah, we love to complain. That's kind of our thing. I didn't realize that was kind of a big part of the Spanish culture. They love to complain. Is that something that you have recognized or ever thought about?
There are so many nationalities that are much worse at complaining. It kind of, the Spanish, they express what they think, what they feel straight away.
Yeah.
But to me, that's not complaining.
No,
complaining is more when you sit there and you're being a bit miserable and you grumble and think about it, and then you either complain to somebody else about something or somebody else.
Yeah,
that's complaining.
The feedback that I got on the comments, that was like almost every Spaniard, they said, yeah, we love to complain. That's us. That's our culture. But we never do anything about it. We just meet at the pub and we go and we have a pint and we complain about stuff. But it's not like we go protest or do anything about it. It's like we complain about job, we complain about foreigners, we complain about our health, we complain about we don't have enough money, we complain about our coworkers. They're like, it's not like just, I don't know what we call it, bitching a little bit. They kind of enjoy talking about those kind of things. Yeah. Like they enjoy complaining, like complaining is a good thing. It's like you have to get it out of your system in a way.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those. Actually, thinking about it now, I remember I spoke to clients of mine. They were foreigners as well, running a bar, and they said they brought out particularly 2 nationalities. Yeah. And that was the French and the Spanish.
Yeah, okay. They love the
French and the Spanish. They came and they found the best seat outside the bar.
Yeah.
And they spent as little money as possible, a cortado or a water or something. And they were taking the table for hours. And of course, there was always something,
But they are more like snobby, I think. They're more pretentious.
I don't know. It just came to my mind, because they said there are certain nationalities that, they came and often they complain about things and don't spend much money. There are other nationalities that were always happy because they were on holiday in the sun, spending loads of money drinking and being so. But in my experience, not really. We'll probably come on to other things that blends into this. Complaining. One thing I've experienced a few times. The Spanish are very quick at denouncing.
Yeah, but maybe if we were spending more time in large Spanish groups, we would kind of pick it up a little bit more. Yeah. Because we have Spanish friends like here and there, and maybe they speak a little bit different to us than they do amongst each other.
Maybe.
But it was very surprising for me. But that was the one that got most comments. And
by the Spanish,
and the most agreement from the Spanish. They were like, we love that. They were like happy about it, like it was a good thing.
All right,
So that was cool. A fun place to start. So I just wanted to get your opinion on it as well. Yeah. The next topic, always controversial. The Spanish bureaucracy is a nightmare. And I've spoken about this previously on my channel as well, and it is a nightmare. And this is a topic where I think the Spanish and the expats or slash immigrants are a little bit in disagreement. But I think I've kind of figured it out, and at least my point of view is that yes, it's very hard down here, but of course, if you don't speak language, everything is hard. And they say like, yeah, but if you go to Norway and you're gonna need a lot of papers, will they speak Spanish to you? Will they help? No, they won't. But I think if you go to Norway, they are maybe more open to kind of figure out a solution, like take out their phone, translate, help you do that kind of. In Spain, if you don't speak the language and you don't have the papers in order, it's like, no, come back some other day. They just dismiss you.
Yeah.
So that is one of the things that I feel like it's very difficult down here. What's your opinion on it? Because I know that a lot of immigrants are complaining about the bureaucracy, but it's probably similar in other countries as well.
Yeah, I mean, moving here, family, buying a property, starting a business, yes, at times it's incredibly bureaucracy, but I think it's inefficient.
Yeah, that's probably
there's
the-
bureaucracy.
that's probably the right
I've
word, yeah.
heard Spanish. They've
Yeah.
gone to Norway and they find the same thing. What do we do to get our kids into a nursery?
Yeah.
A guarderia. Then they send to NAV, they send to the police station, they send to all these different places. So probably similar in many ways. But I must say many of the things here are very difficult. One thing that you have to get all the paperwork, you have to go to this office.
Yeah.
But that you go to an office and you sent on and you're missing a copy.
Yeah.
Or you're supposed to bring two copies. Okay, there's a copy machine there, but no, you have to leave and go and get a new copy.
It's like you can just stretch over.
Yeah,
press print. No, you have to come back some other day.
Yeah.
And you might have been waiting for that appointment for like 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have to wait another 2 months.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's just incredible how difficult that is,
But just to defend the Spanish a little bit, because a lot of the arguments that the Spanish people, those who were in agreement, they said that, no, it's very, very easy. We can do everything online and it's very efficient. Yes, when you have all the papers and when you have everything set up and you have your digital certificate and everything is on order, it's very easy for you to book an appointment online or do a lot of different things technologically. If you don't have that as an immigrant or an expat and you're starting up in the beginning, super difficult. But that's why I think many of them say, no, it's very easy. You can do everything online. That's after you have everything in order.
Yes.
That's a big difference.
I mean, for me, it's certainly become easier because I think I have pretty much, even like having the clave, which is like the Norwegian bank ID system, which makes things much easier to go online.
Yeah.
But having said that, I had an experience not long ago here in Spain. Now you have to register an electric scooter.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
So I thought, well, my daughter has one. I'll do my due diligence and get that done. I have so by law, it has to be registered in my daughter's name, but it's through me because she's underage. I've got the clave, everything, so I went on the search online. It started getting a bit complicated for me with my Spanish.
Yeah.
So I asked my secretary. Yeah, she found it all. And then, okay, you need to download and attach a picture of the plate on the scooter that says with model serial number, blah, 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 blah. And also you need feature technicas.
Yeah.
So then I had to download that from internet.
Yeah.
Everything. And then obviously you had the problem with the file. The photo was too big, so it has to be compressed, all those
You
sort
didn't
of
have
things.
your makeup on, so
No,
they didn't
exactly.
recognize you. And...
So, she's so used to doing this and everything was done. Great. Now pay for it. Okay, it wasn't expensive.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, put it on this credit card. Santander. is a pretty big bank. Because you put it in, all the details, and then
I know where this is heading.
and then you got this drop box on the side.
Yeah.
You have to choose your bank. You put in the card details, and you have to choose which bank. And it was a bloody long list. Santander was not in there. Santander was not in there.
It's a huge
So,
bank.
then what we do? Okay, I've got an account with Bank Inter. Okay, no Bank Inter. So it's like, what do I do? Fortunately, she had an account in one of the banks listed. So she put it on her card. If she hadn't had that, I would have had to give up after all that work and go to an office somewhere to get it done. You know, nowadays we pay with a watch,
with
ding,
phone,
even rings.
Yeah.
And then to pay something like that on an official website, and, you know,
This is very hard for a Spanish person to disagree with.
it must
But
be.
It must be. So I think the answer has to be like that. I saw a lot of Spanish people disagreeing with it, and I also saw a lot of Spanish people actually agreeing with it. And they say that actually that it's gotten worse over the years, actually. And also, even when you come to a lot of these offices, even if they speak a little bit of Spanish, now a little bit of English, if you don't have anything in order and they know that you're a foreigner, they're just like, they don't want to help you. It's not that they don't want to. If you don't have everything in order, it's like, no, okay, we don't bother with these immigrants. It's a little bit like.
I mean,
that,
it's a respect from our side, and you know, but there are certain things like having the
We are trying.
NIE document
Yeah.
on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
I mean, twice I've experienced this. I had to renew my residencia. The first time, got 5 years. Then I had to go back. My gestor helped me with everything, all the documentation. I had the pictures, I had the copies, everything. Went to the police station. The lady was very, very helpful. Police lady, no fault of her. Went through everything. I was quite confident and proud, you know, with this big folder, having everything. But I already had the residencia. It was just to renew it. And it went through everything. She got out this green card that printed my details on.
Yeah.
And she went, oh, my heart sank. It's like,
What's wrong now?
now what? So I had a copy of my NIE, but it was older than 3 months old.
Yeah.
I've been a resident here. You know, I've got a padron from Punctuality.
Yeah.
And the document saying I had the padron, that was the one that was older than 3 months. Just a piece of paper.
Yeah.
And she said, no, I'm sorry, I can't help you. So I then had to go from Benidorm up to Alfaz to get printed out a new one.
Yeah. That's what I think is the difference between like Norway or Spain. Like they would be more helpful. They will try.
I mean,
they would try to find.
I mean,
a
they could go
solution.
online or call up Ayuntamiento in Alfaz and say, okay.
They would try to solve it for you. That's the big difference.
No, it was like, well.
Next one. The Spaniards feel like rules are kind of optional.
Yeah.
and that's like in Norway. There's like if you have a square box, everything has to be in that box.
Yeah.
You have to follow every single rule. Like do. In Spain, it's like we can navigate the rules a little bit.
Yeah.
They bend the rules a lot. It's not like I'm not saying that they are criminals and they are doing a lot of the things that they shouldn't do. Like, but they kind of choose very specifically what kind of laws or rules that they want to follow and not. Yeah. And it's like, I got a lot of comments on that as well. It's like we are Spanish people. We just use common sense and we follow the things that we want to follow.
Yeah.
Is that your impression of the Spanish people or the Spanish country as well?
And it's positive and negative depending on what it is.
Yeah.
But I think, for example, you go down the high street and somebody's parallel parked, put the hazard lights on, they're going to nip into the shop, be in there for 1 minute, come back out again. Yeah. It's illegal to park there, but even the police come, and they just go past. And they're thinking, okay, this isn't bothering anyone.
No.
Okay, by the traffic laws, you're not supposed to park there.
Yeah.
But they know that somebody's just popped in. So why create misery for anyone?
In Norway,
You know?
you will get a fine immediately.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So in those cases, you know, it doesn't hinder anyone. It doesn't cause any problems.
No.
So why create a problem?
It's like this,
You know?
this is the same as an example in Norway. If you drink on the streets, that's not allowed in Spain. It's not allowed in Norway. If you have a beer, if the police see you in the middle of the town in Norway and you have a beer in your hand, you get a fine.
Yeah.
In Spain, it's like it's a law, but it's like doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why should we care?
Yeah.
Like, so let's just bend them a little bit.
Yeah.
We bend some rules and we abide some of them.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
That's a good
It's
thing.
like,
But that's a good thing.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Why, you know, there are certain things that are
Just
bent too far,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's actually, you know,
Yeah.
affecting people. But in general, you know, why be so A4, you know?
the small ones, the things that doesn't have a lot of huge consequences,
Yeah.
we can bend them a little bit.
Yeah.
If the consequences is big, we have to be more strict.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I agree.
my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Spaniards are very social people. That's a very easy one. I don't think we have to talk a lot about this one. They are very much more social than we are in Norway. That's because of the weather. We are outside all the more, way more. But you can also see it from the small children. They are used to being social and outside and being with a lot of other people and a lot of other kids from a young age.
Yeah.
And they're used to being outside. And I think that they are more extroverted, less shy. They don't have the same probably level of anxiety and stuff like that we have in Norway because we are so isolated in our homes and it's dark and it's inside, and that's my kind of view on it.
Yeah. I agree. It's just life is to live and enjoy, you know?
Yeah.
So, of course, that means being out and
Out and about.
live,
Yeah.
you know, instead of sitting in the lounge and watching TV. That's life goes by, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's the most boring thing about Norway, just being inside all the time.
Yes.
So that's an easy one. We don't really have to discuss that
Yeah,
one that
yeah.
much. Next one are Spaniards are very family and friends orientated.
So that kind of blends into, well, you know, the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they spend time with the family. We have neighbors, you have siesta. Oh, family is coming together. You know, barbecue is started. You can hear them chatting away.
Yeah.
You know, it's yeah.
In Norway,
family-
you don't know your neighbors.
No,
No, you never speak to your
No,
neighbors
no,
in
no,
Norway.
no.
Down here, you have a chat with your neighbors. You see them. You're outside. You say hello. You speak to them, and
Yeah.
it's a little bit different. And also, you can see it like they are very good at like celebrating things. It's like, okay, there's a child in the family. It's his third birthday. He's a child. It's like, okay, we invite every uncle and every single aunt and uncle and cousin and like a huge party. It's like in Norway, we don't.
I mean we've obviously when we moved here we experienced that. You know, we started, you know, the kids going to school. We were invited to. So somebody in our kids' school class had a birthday
Yeah.
party, so we were invited.
Yeah.
That was the same thing. When our kids had their birthday, it had to be somewhere. You do something.
Yeah.
And that generally is like, okay, you have the birthday party where you provide food and drink.
Yeah. That would be
And not only for the kids that come for the birthday
For the
party,
parents as
it's also for the parents, you know? So, which is nice, but at
Yeah.
the same time, you know, you have a 5-year-old and a birthday party and it costs you 500 euros because you have to feed and
Yeah.
provide drinks for family. And,
Yeah.
I mean, it is nice. you know,
Yeah.
but it is.
But they love
it
to
is-
celebrate, and they are very friends and
yeah,
family
yeah,
oriented.
yeah, absolutely.
But it's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's check out the next one. Let's see here.
Spanish people talk a lot.
Yeah, you
They
can
talk
read
very
it.
fast. They talk very loud. They talk a lot with their hands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Very true. Every Spaniard said,
Almost, they talk as much with their hands as you do.
yeah, I speak a lot with my hands as well. I do this all the time. I didn't even recognize him before I started to film myself that I do like this all the time when I'm speaking. It's very annoying. People people haven't really commented so much about it when I do this. But when I see myself on camera, maybe when you see yourself on camera now, you will maybe pick up
Thinking, oh,
on,
God,
on a few
you know?
things about yourself.
Yeah, well,
It's not the same thing, but
yeah.
you will maybe like
Yeah,
pick
yeah,
up that I
absolutely.
do this or I do this or
We all have our
yeah.
funny ways, yeah.
But it's funny because the Spaniards they speak a lot, of course,
Yeah.
and they don't wait for their turn to speak. If you see a group of like Spanish people, let's say 6 Spanish people sitting around a table, they don't wait for the other one to finish speaking. They just like boop, they just talk in.
I might get into trouble, but this is just like women speak. Even Norwegian women.
Yeah, you will get yeah, but we need a little bit of controversy as well.
Yes, yes.
This should be like they say that if you're going to create entertainment, it should be like, and if you want followers and stuff like that, it should be like 70-80% good things and like 20-30% a little bit of controversy. So
I've said this to my wife several times, you know. I said, why don't you, you know, you guys are talking together. Why don't you wait till you hear the answer from somebody, you know? And but you start to talk when somebody's talking to you. Well, that's just how women talk.
Yeah.
You know.
And if someone is talking loud, you just talk louder.
Yeah.
And louder and louder. So you can just, I don't think nobody's listening, and everyone wants to tell their story, and they're not listening to the other people's story. I think.
I mean, sometimes I think the Spanish can kind of sound a bit aggressive as well.
Yeah.
But I don't think it is aggression. It is just the way they speak.
Yeah.
And of course, Northern Europe is more about being polite. You know, can you do this, please? You know, I would like this. Blah blah blah.
They're more direct.
The Spanish are like,
Yeah.
this is the way it is.
Yeah. They're very direct as well.
You know, if you mess around, you know, trying to not getting straight to the point, you don't get anything done from the Spanish.
No.
They're like, you tell them.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
okay, this is what I want. This has to be done.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Otherwise.
But in Norway, we don't speak. We go around and around and around. We because we are so polite.
Yeah.
Only when we are sober.
Yeah.
Not when we're drunk.
Yeah. So no, it's true.
It's true.
You know, volume, speed. Well, talking about speed, yes, they speak fast.
We speak fast as well.
It's the same thing. Spanish. When I'm at work speaking with Norwegians, I've had Spanish people saying, "Oh my God, that was just like we perceive the Spanish." My parents, when I speak with English people, they say, "Oh my God, you know, it's so fast. It's just we can't keep up with it." They're used to hearing American English, which is a bit slower, and so I suppose it's like that in every language.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, the Spanish speak a bit fast, you know. Sometimes
Yeah, but I think it's more that they speak loud than fast.
Yeah. And of course, it's the typical thing, you know. So many times I've said, I speak to Spanish people and say, sorry, my Spanish isn't that great, so speak a bit slower.
Yeah. No.
There is one speed for most people. there are the odd one, but it also depends on where in Spain they're from, I think.
Yeah, but
traditions and dialects. And,
of course.
You know, I sometimes speak to, I have Spanish clients and I'm thinking afterwards, my Spanish is getting there now, you know, it's good. You know, I pretty much understood everything. And then the next one comes around and I'm thinking, oops, no, it's not very good.
No, but the dialects and all this is very difficult.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Spanish are very direct. It's a little bit of the same that we just discussed. It's just like they don't have that same filter that we do in Norway.
No.
Like we said the other day, I got compliments from my body when I was going at the beach or going at the promenade and stuff like that. There are certain things that they will, if they think it, they will say it.
Yeah.
In Norway, we will think it and we'll keep it to ourselves. And
then maybe tell somebody else, you know.
Behind their back like this.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good thing. I think it's like I think it's something that we actually should do more.
Yeah.
I can take an example. If I think that this color is beautiful on you, I can see that, oh, I love the Paul sweater today. Why shouldn't I tell you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I like, okay, wow, I see that this color looks really good on you. Cool sweater. I've never seen you in that color before. Why shouldn't I say that if I think it?
Yeah.
So that's,
But that's
I don't have
so
to
Norwegians are not good at it
No.
at all.
No.
English, completely different.
Yeah.
The English are good at using your name. They
Yeah.
always talk to you with your name.
Yeah.
So Ken, hello Ken. It's always like that, you
Never
know.
thought
The,
about that.
the English are very much like that, and much more, you know, giving compliments and I think the Spanish are more direct as well.
Yeah.
It's us old bit Norwegian slow.
Yeah.
We're probably frozen. You know?
Yeah, we are.
It's too much of an effort to say it. You know.
We are very boring, actually. But we got a few comments on our last video that people liked our humor. They thought we were funny, so
No, oh,
hopefully that's a good thing. Spaniards are very often late, like time and punctuality, and they're always late. And this is a topic I think it's very, very true, but it's also a little bit of nuanced, because I think if it's something very important, I think if a Spaniard would go to a job interview, I don't think he would be late. If it's something that's very, very important, they would respect punctuality, I think, a little bit more. When it comes to like, okay, I'm gonna meet you at the bar at 5 o'clock, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna, like, all these things, they are not punctual at all. It's like common. You shouldn't be. It's almost not polite to be punctual.
Yeah, yeah. I noticed that very clearly because of my job. You know,
Yeah.
because I've got a diary.
Yeah.
I've got appointments scheduled throughout the day, and you can't generalize completely.
No.
You know, there are many Spanish
That's
that are
kind
fantastic.
of what we are doing. We're trying to be nuanced.
Yes. So I have many Spanish are fantastic. They turn up way ahead of time and very good. But if I look at the,
In general.
you know, in general, nationalities, you know, yes, Norwegians, we have the Dutch, we have the Brits, we have the Eastern Europeans. In general, if I had clear statistics on it, definitely the Spanish would be right up there with turning up late or not turning up at all.
Yeah. That can also happen.
Or calling just before the hour and saying, sorry, I can't come today.
Yeah.
I mean, that is just a fact.
And the Norwegians, they are completely opposite. Like my girlfriend, I'm not like I'm Spanish in my heart. I think I'm late as a Spaniard. My girlfriend's like everything she does, she comes like 35 minutes too early just to make sure that she's not late. And I think a lot of Norwegian people are that way. If Spaniards are on the top of the list, the Norwegians will be very, very, very low on the list. We come like half an hour early just not to be late.
Yeah.
So.
And also, I had an experience a few years ago. I walked into a bar and a friend of mine, he's British, Spanish girlfriend, and they were just talking about that when I arrived, you know. He was kind of joking with her, you know, you never turn up on time, you know, for your nail appointment and she was like, yeah, but life is too short. Why stress about it? You know? If I'm having a drink with a friend in a bar, you know, I've got a nail appointment, but I'm enjoying sitting in the sun having a drink, so why should I stress about it? I couldn't help myself. I said, yeah, what if your diary was, and you have so many people throughout the day don't turn up on time or don't turn up at all? It creates a disruption, stress, and you get a lot less money coming in. And that's also the next thing. Generally, Norwegians, Brits, many nationalities, if they had, you know, they call up afterwards and say, oh, sorry, I forgot, or I had a puncture on my car, or, you know, whatever reason. Oh, well, I'll pay for the appointment. if a Spanish don't turn up and you say, you know, but you have to pay for the appointment,
Yeah, fuck you.
ain't gonna happen. So yeah, it's definitely
Yeah.
a Spanish trait there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But it's when it comes to something that if you're going to like a clinic like yours, I think that's one of those things that is important because you have to respect the employer.
Yeah.
If it's a appointment with a friend, it's not that important.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I had an appointment at your clinic and I knew that I had to be there at 2 o'clock because that was my appointment, I will be there 10 minutes before. If we had an appointment that we were going to meet each other at the bar at 5 o'clock, I wouldn't really mind if I was
No,
like 10
no,
minutes late.
exactly.
That would be fine.
Exactly.
That's
I mean,
that's
it's a little, you know, when it's something professional, you know, I'm talking for my own. If you want somebody's professional help and you scheduled in and you poop on that, you know, you don't turn up, you know, I think that is just about respect.
Yeah.
You know, if I say to you that, okay, I'll see you down the pub at 5 o'clock, and if I'm 10 minutes late, yeah, I mean, it's not a big thing, is it? But yeah,
You would not punch me in the balls.
I might do, but everything evolves around food and meals.
Yeah. It's also logic because the weather, we are outside. I can see in Norway, because it's so expensive to go out and drink and eat, we almost never go out and drink because it's too expensive. Down here, you can go for a breakfast, you can go for a lunch, you can go for a dinner, you can go for... And everything kind of evolves around. If we're going to meet somewhere or someplace, we meet at a cafe or a bar or a restaurant, and everything kind of evolves around a meal or a beer.
I mean, that's... For most people, I think that's kind of like quality of life.
Yeah.
You know, we all like to drink and eat, you know, because it gives us some pleasure, and at the same time, we're with people we like spending time with.
Yeah.
I mean, that's life quality, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, I think if you can go out and have a caña and a bit of ham and cheese, you know,
Jamón y queso.
yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah. But it's not the same in Norway. In Norway, it's like if you're going to visit each other, it's like, okay, what should we do? Like, okay, we can watch a movie, or we can do like, it doesn't have to be around like food or stuff like that, but because of the weather, because of the sun,
Climate.
It will.
Yeah,
it will
I mean, at the end of the day, that's why you and me are here in Spain.
Yeah. Because
it's the quality of life, you know. We can be outside. That means being social, and when you're social, you have an empty glass of beer.
God damn, we can't be empty.